guys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Liana Samwinger, and in this video I'm going to be doing a trade recap on a trade which I've just taken on EURSEK. You can see here Euro Krona, and yeah, I took this trade. It banked me 3.5%, so I was really happy with the trade here. I'll go over some stuff with which I also documented about the trade and sort of journaled in here near the end of the video, so stay tuned as well. So also, if you want more trade recap videos, let me know in the comment section. So without further ado, we'll get right into the video. So what I want to actually do is head to the higher time frames. I'll head to the monthly time frame and start drawing in key levels of structure. That looks a bit weird on the numbers on the right hand side, but so what I'm going to do right now is just draw in structure like this. You can see this looks like an ascending channel, and probably didn't even have to draw this on, but I will for the viewer's sake, in case anyone wants to see how I'm actually drawing these on. So you can see here we've got a nice ascending channel, and I can actually then come to draw this high. And if I was looking at this, because obviously this is the first time I've traded it here, and you can see here right now I said, yeah, you can see here, as it is a first ever trade on this pair. So if I was looking at this pair months ago, I would have expected price to come down here, maybe even exceed the high a little bit before we see the huge drop. But price didn't even quite get to that level. It maybe got 90% of the way, which is always something to look at. How much percent of the way have we went up? And this is well over 90%, so that's also good to see. So from here, anything that we're looking at are shorts, maybe even to these all-time lows possibly. So if I get this brush tool, what I'll be looking at here is something like this, and then I'll look for price to be acting correctively before we then see the drop. And then usually we'd have it like this, but we'd just rein it in slightly, and then draw on more structure like so. And then short at the break of this, definitely a swing idea. So that's what it looked like on the monthly. Let's look at the weekly, and just to refine this. And we haven't got this ray in, but that's probably fine. So you can see the ascending channel in more detail. And you can see price actually did just get overextended a little bit in this region here, before we then see the wick rejection, and the next month ended with a bearish month, didn't even exceed this high, which is also a good sight. And then you can see right now we are in a downtrend on the daily and intraday time frames. Now heading down to the daily, what can we see here? We had this nice pattern, collective lower lows, before we then see the break, and then price comes back in just to test this area again. We didn't even get a candle close above this level, which is good. And then you can see the sell-off that we've had. Bulls had countless opportunities to get into the market here. You can see what we had structure-wise. We're having this nice descending channel, which price looks to have broken. So this could be heading back up for more bullish targets. At least I would say to this level, if I actually hold the brush tool, at least to the beginning of this structure, and then overall looking at higher time frames, this would be a key area of value to then short into. Now, in terms of the actual trade which we took, so I'm going to go to the hourly chart, and what I'm going to do is just go into the object tree, then make this visible, and then I'm going to go into replay mode, and then take us back here and head to the 15-minute time frame where we took the trade. So structure-wise, what was I looking at? Now we've had this structure here. It's ascending, it's higher highs every time. And then I drew on the double top here. And this was actually a lesson for me myself. And then I'll actually draw in this bottom as well. Yeah, like so. So this was a lesson for me. I entered kind of early as I'm not yet aware of the nature of this price, but this is one of my go-to setups. What I usually do is I'll wait for price to come and form that triple touch area of value, then to start looking for the drops. But instead I entered when we got a wick rejection here, and I think it was actually this candle we entered on, but I don't know how, but it must have, when I moved time frames, it must have shown it on this candle. So that's fine either way. And right now we'll just play price forward. And you can see we had price came down into these, came down here, and I was then confident, and this was around, it was this candle here which we entered, so this can be kind of confusing. So it was this candle which we entered, and then price came very negative, and I was actually asleep by this point. So at this point we were at midnight. I went to sleep at this candle here, and I actually missed all of this. And if I was actually awake at this time, emotions would have kicked in, as it's the first time trading this pair, and I could have easily just said, right, let's close out this trade. But no. And then price came here, and it's arguable with the spreads. They would have wicked. It could have wicked me out, but it didn't. And the reason being behind this is I always place my actual stop loss just a bit above the stop loss which I've entered on TradingView, just so it accounts for the spreads. So I didn't get stopped out of this trade, which is also very good, because this trade is a hefty trade to add to my weekly results. And then, if I'm not wrong, price also came back here to test it. So we're getting this sort of head and shoulders pattern. You can see here the neckline being right here, and then look for that break of neckline to then support the idea of a short. So we just move it forward a bit, and then we wake up at around 9 p.m. So that would be about, not yet, this candle here, nope. I checked the charts first at 9:15. So that must have been around here. So we were around here when I checked price. Price retraced quite a bit, but immediately what I did was I moved my stop loss to break even, and I might have even secured maybe a 0.5 or something. But yeah, I took the risk off the table, as there were other opportunities that I was interested in. So now we'll just move this back there. And then we had the huge impulsive candle to then close us out of the trade for a 3.5% gain, which is very good. And overall, I'm happy with how this trade went. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the high time frame, see what has actually changed structurally. Still got this level holding, this level here which I've just deleted. This level could be holding, and then we could see some more longs into this area of supply. And we've got this descending channel here, and this could just be a bigger corrective structure. And if you give me a second when I draw on. And also I think we can exit replay mode. See what I've got currently. The momentum looks to be dying down after we just had this impulsive candle. So price could actually head even higher to even test this level again. Triple touch pattern, just like the low time frame one, and then to send this back to the downside. Or if this is a break of a descending channel, we could then see price head here, form a correction, and then head to the beginning of structure. Simply what we do here, separate the pattern, rein it in slightly, and draw on this structure. The 15-minute one as well. We could get a risk entry at the at the double bottom here, place our stop safe to secure in case price does come back to tag this structure bottom, and then look to target the beginning of structure here. So there is a lot of potential ideas and paths where we could potentially head on Euro Krona, and so I'm going to show you about what I was looking at here. So this is the before picture. I've just posted a before and after on my Instagram story, so be sure to check that out as well. So we entered on this candle, and this is the after screenshot, which I also filled in. You can see how close this was, but if you look at the minute time frames, you can see it was actually some pips away. So trade analysis, 2 wick rejections at a key area of value. Also a double top is possible here, although we could reach the top of structure before dropping, which is actually what we did. We came back all the way here, and then we saw the drop. Entry. Looking for a risk style entry at this level of value, which sellers have in control of. I have a stop loss placed above the trend line, so I'm willing to get involved in the trade if price goes all the way to the outer structure before reversing. So you can see here, in my mind, I was prepared. I was ingraining all of this into my subconscious, so I wouldn't include emotions if price did hit the top. That would have been fine. Even if we got stopped out, that would also be fine, because this is the first time I'm trading this pair, which I also mentioned. So psychology. Right now it's almost midnight, so it was actually 6 minutes to midnight. So I have to say I'm not in the clearest state of mind, which is expected. This is a go-to setup of mine, so I'm happy taking this trade. I'm also happy to take a loss, as this is my first trade on this pair ever. So after plus 3.5%, I did a little summary. Overall, excellent trade that I would take again. Great result for the first time trading this pair, and the first time including the Swedish Krona in forex trading at all. I plan to backtest this pair to see what it can be like over time. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking futuristically. So what results could this pair give me over time? Is this just a one-time win, then we'll get a lot of losses and then a win here and there? Or is this a trade which can respond to price action and structure relatively well and give me a good track record of this pair over time? So this is how I journal my trades. The pair, you can see here, I have a lot of pairs here, some which I haven't got up to journaling yet, but you can see here we've got all the pairs, even DXY, and then we have all the indices, NAS, the Aussie 200, and then we have the commodities, gold, platinum, copper, palladium, and then gas, wheat. We've got oil, crude, and Brent, and then cryptos. So there's a range of things which I am trading here. Just a quick example, this is NAS 100, a trade which I have currently open right now. So we won't get into that again. So yeah, right now we're just going to end this video here. And so thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment to let me know whether you want more trade recaps in the future. And if you're new to this channel or you haven't already, leave a subscribe to support the channel. I would appreciate it greatly. Thanks for watching this video and take care.